We're going to take a look at the 4 basic or core applications of Juji Gatame. The first one is spinning Juji Gatame. The second one is back roll Juji Gatame. Third one is the head roll Juji Gatame. Fourth is the hip roll Juji Gatame. And what these 4 methods do is provide a systematic or a method to training Juji Gatame logically and progressively, so you can start from the beginning and really progress on to higher levels of skill. There are many different applications and variations of Juji Gatame, but these 4 are really the core methods that we think work best for teaching Juji Gatame. The first one is the spinning Juji Gatame, and we'll do it the basic way from the knees. So I'll have Derek on the bottom and Eric on top. So go ahead and guys, just do a couple spinning Juji Gatames for me. And you can see, we teach this, he's spinning and he's rolling under him. He's staying round, as we often say. And we teach the spinning Juji Gatame first because it teaches a lot about movement on the ground, as well as the arm lock itself. It teaches you to shrimp and to do good clean movement on the bottom. And we like to teach from both sides that you're ambidextrous. So that's the very first one. Now we also generally teach the adaptation to it where the attacker comes up on one knee, or the defender comes up on one knee. So pop up on one knee and Derek will spin under. When the top man pops up on the leg and you hook under, you roll him over and you finish it. And he'll come up on the other knee. Sometimes he'll come up on a knee to either pass your guard in an Newaza situation or maybe lean back into an arm lock. Or sometimes beginners just stand up that they want to get out of trouble, and that's the first reaction they do. So this is a very good way to practice the spinning Juji Gatame as well. Okay. Now we also go to a third level on the basic spin, is when the defender pops up. And as you can see, Derek took Eric over, preventing him from pulling him up off the mat and stopping the action. And I could do a couple more, guys, and then we'll go on to the next one. And as you can see, these are all spinning under your opponent. That's why we call it spinning Juji Gatame. Okay. Now the second is the back roll Juji Gatame. And the idea is to roll back, roll onto your back. This is a very old application of Juji Gatame, and but it's one that really is quite effective still. So let's start, guys, with doing the spin and stretch. We do this often as a drill, and it simulates to throw and immediately go. And I'll shift my position here, and immediately go into from a throw transition right to Juji Gatame. And you can see how and this little spinning off the knee simulates an actual throwing technique. Or he might be on his knees, you might actually spin him over. But this is often how we teach this basic form. You can see how he takes him over, squats down low, rolls back onto his back. We try to give a very functional name, a very descriptive name to each of these 4 basic methods. And there you can see a good example of him rolling onto his back. Okay, guys, let's go. And that's a basic application. Why don't we do it from a mount situation or, a tate shiho gatame? So why don't you be on your back, Eric? And here's a common application of a back roll Juji Gatame. And you can see it's right there. It's a pretty basic application of it. Do one more on each side, if you would, Derek. And you can see now, the idea is he's rolling toward his back, and he's doing it with control. He's not trying to catch himself as he rolls back. He takes control, he traps the arm, rolls back, and he levers the arm nice out and straight. Good. So those are just a couple of examples of how we do the basic back roll Juji Gatame. The third one is probably the most often done form of Juji Gatame there is, and it's the head roll Juji Gatame. You see it a lot in any grappling or combat sport, and it is very popular. So, Derek, if you could show us the head roll Juji Gatame. Okay, do that on the same side again, and go ahead and do a leg drag, any type of leg drag you wish. And what we're going to show now is how to grab and assist the leg and grab over and take him over, as you can see. Okay. Do that again if you would, Derek, and we'll kind of parse through it very quickly here. As he comes and he climbs on Eric here, and look at how he posts on his head. See how he's posting on his head for stability and balance? Okay, and as he does that with his left hand, he grabs Eric's arm. He puts his knee across the back of Eric's head. And notice with his other hand, he's going to go ahead and just grab the ankle. Yeah, there, just grab the ankle. You can see how that, and he's going to grab an appendage and help drag him over, right over into the Juji Gatame. Okay, go ahead and do one at full speed, and I'll get out of your way, guys. And there we have the head roll Juji Gatame. And there are a lot of different adaptations for that. This is the basic way. This is the basic way we teach. We take a lot of time teaching. Of all the different applications of Juji Gatame, that probably is the most difficult to learn. There you can see, there he did it from a bottom position, bottom newaza position. So you can see there are a lot of different ways to apply this. Before, Eric was rolling in the direction of his head. Well, now he's going to roll in the direction of his hip. And there you go, comes over, and he rolls backward toward his hip. Okay? I'll get here so I can get a little closer. You can see the action. Watch everyone, if you would. When Derek comes across, he hooks. Now he posts on his head just like before, but now watch, with his left leg, he hooks under Eric's head, and now he's going to roll over his shoulder in the direction of Eric's hip. That's what we call it, the hip roll Juji Gatame. You're rolling in the direction of his hip. And there we have it. Those are the 4 basic applications, the core skills of Juji Gatame. And from these core skills, you can have any number of variations. And the thing about Juji Gatame, it is such a versatile technique, and you can see here, we had to have some kind of a systematic way of teaching it. And this is the best way we found, that these 4 skills, they go into any number of variations and different applications. So that's it, 4 core skills of Juji Gatame.